You're on.
Hi guys, my name's Jonathan. I can't remember your channel name, sorry.
Oh, sorry. This is Devlon here on TBI with Jonathan Gall with his Mobius deck, doing pretty well here at Albany, getting 4-2.
I scrubbed out of Vanguard and thought I'd play my phone deck for Buddy. It's based around Mobius, 4th Dimension Mobius, Star Dragon World. He's hilarious. Basically, at your final phase, you can pay a gauge and drop 3 soul from him, and if you do that, you take another turn. Yeah, that's right, you take another turn. It is hilariously great. It is repeatable. As long as you can pay the cost, you can keep taking extra turns. And in Buddyfight, if you go first and take an extra turn, it's turn 2. You get to draw, charge, and draw, and attack everything. So, let's go with the deck. 4 of him, plus he's the Buddy. He's a 5K, 5/5, 2 crit, does the silliness. I'm supposed to have more of this card. This deck is actually not complete. Star Guardian, Jackknife SD. What he does is you can use a spell, several different spells, to get him into the drop zone from your deck, and then you just call this guy, use his effect, and you superior Buddy call on top of that, and you automatically have a soul. These are technically placeholders for a better version. There's a grade 1 that when it's put into the soul from drop zone, you automatically gauge 1. This one is just when the monster is in the soul, it deals damage, you can gain a life or a gauge. For this, these are all Dragon Arms out, by the way. They all have, almost all Dragon Arms are there. They have cross knives, which means when they're on the field, you can literally just put them into this soul. This one, when it goes into the soul, you pay a gauge and you draw a card once per turn, unfortunately. Luminous Blue is both the backup and the way to keep this going. Luminous Blue has Soul Guard, and it gets plus 1,000 for soul, anything in souls on your board, himself or this. When it attacks, you choose a monster from your drop zone, you can put it into the soul of a monster on your board, so either him or him. If you can't get to this, you can literally put out like 2 or 3 of these and just keep making them gigantic. Today I had 2 of these on the board that were 7,000. Had like Soul Guard 5. That's how I beat one of my earlier rounds. That's how I beat bats. Size 0s. A couple Artillegers. It's more of a Tekken choice, but it's really useful against size 2 decks. This card, it's in the soul, and that monster battles. The monster it battles permanently loses all of its abilities. They're just gone. Soul Guard, and it's gone. They're just gone. You have no abilities anymore. 4 copies of 1 Barret, or 1 Beret, I don't know how to... This card is a size 0, so you can have the 2 out there and the Luminous Blue out there and call that to wherever. After he attacks, cross sizes into whatever you want. So for him, 4 of Garble Anchor. Garble Anchor is probably the most expensive rare in this deck. I don't remember how much it is anymore.
I'll just bring it a little closer.
Sorry. Yeah. He is a spell null. When he's in the soul, and your opponent casts a spell, including a shield, because, spells, you can pay a gauge and a life and put him from the soul to the drop zone to nullify the spell. So literally, like, you're attacking for game, your opponent tries to shield, nope, go away. You lose. 4 of this guy, he's small and looks funny, but he's annoying as heck. When he's in the soul, he only procs once per turn, unfortunately, even if you have multiples in the soul. When the card is in the soul of attacks, you automatically ping your opponent for 1 before your attacking damage goes through. So if they try, they have to like decide what they're guarding against. Spells and items. I'm just running a couple items right here. The Cosmos Saber Gold Ritter Sword is really funny. If you have a monster on the board with 3 soul, which you usually do, it attacks for crit 4. You can also use his other effect if you need to get Jackknife SD. You can go act, pay 2 gauge, discard it, search your deck for the Jackknife SD. I'm only running 2 of this. I literally just picked this up this morning. Star Alternative is really funny. It's pay 1 life, and you can either get 2 gauge, or you can put a card from your drop zone into the soul of a monster on your field. So it's literally like free. It's like free soul essentially.
There should be 6 1X's. In top 8. There are only 2 in the
2 copies of Arms Reboot, because I don't have more of them. Like I said, this deck's missing some cards, but Arms Reboot literally is just free. Get a Dragon Arms from your drop zone, put it back in your hand. So more soul, more soul.
This round is going to be higher than 2 of them. But
2 copies of Sudden Wormhole. Sudden Wormhole is actually a really nice card. basically, cast cost, pay a gauge. You can choose one of the effects. You can call a size 2 or lower monster from your drop zone to your field, or counter, call a size 1 monster from your hand to the field. The counter is nice in case you don't have the combo and you're fighting like bats or something. Like if you go, like say they go final phase, you cast this, I have a monster in the center round.
It might be tricky because, like I just said, I don't know what.
Nice counter. 3 copies of Space Elevator. Space Elevator is kind of funny. It's you search your deck for any one monster, put it into the drop zone, shuffle your deck. So you shuffle beforehand, and then you can put it back on top if you want. So you can use it to get this into drop zone, and then you use Star Dragon SD to get that. Or if you have a way to draw it, you can just you put it back on top and draw it.
It's better. Buy cards actually.
Ultimate Buddy, 3 copies. Since he's my buddy, he does not have to drop a monster from Soul. He just has to drop a Soul. So you can pay a gauge, put this into the Soul, give him Soul Guard, and then if you need to, you can use it for the cost. You can use it for the cost to take an extra turn.
In Vanguard, it's
3 copies of Starjack Boost. If you have 7 or higher life, just free gauge and draw.
By card, it basically counts as a win without any strings attached.
In Vanguard though, if they use
4 copies of Fate Information. This is basically how you get to him, hopefully. It's once per turn, you can pay a gauge, check the top 3 cards, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, choose a size 2 or less monster or an item from among them, put it into your hand, and drop the other 2 cards. So the idea is to literally just keep looping as many times as you can and getting as many extra turns as you can. My average is usually about 3 turns before I run out of stuff, or sometimes 4. I had a one memorable turn thing where I had like 5 turns in a row.
Wow. Do you know how bad I wanted to work?
But you can almost always get at least 1 or 2 extra turns. And when you're attacking for like 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, it's really hard for them to win.
They put me as
questions? Oh, side deck.
I have a question. How much was this deck to make?
I bought most of this from one person, and I don't remember what I paid and traded for. I had some money, some trade a while, and it was like a year ago. I'm running 2 of this in the side deck. It's really funny. It literally.
That's hilarious. That's true.
Basically, what it does, I'm just going to do this. You call cost, pay 3 gauge, and put it on top of a Neo Dragon monster on your field, and put a card from your drop zone into this card's soul. So let's say you couldn't get to him, or you got to him and you can take an extra turn, but you can't take an extra turn after that. Or you're on a big giant version of him. You can final phase. You put it on top of that, and you can after he attacks, you can put up to 3 Dragon Arms from this card's soul into your drop zone, and if you do, you burn your opponent for 1 for each. So what you can do is you do final phase, activate his skill, then so you have extra turn. Put this on top of him, attack, do the thing, burn them. Then you take an extra turn with this on the board. You do it again. Someone behind me is making a disgusted face. This is just a tech-in to get over big walls.
Death Mode.
Death Mode.
And just the possibility of getting stuff.
And, oh yeah, if he dies, sometimes it's really funny. You mill and you can be like, oh hey, look, my buddy. But he's literally just for a wall. This was just in there from a while ago because he's funny. Counter, pay a life, pop things. And he also has Soul Guard. This one I'd only had 1 of, so I put it in the side deck, but it's another gauge adder. 3 shields for when I actually want shields. It's literally just you only cast this card if you're being attacked. Nullify the attack, get a life. Doesn't have to be no center. You can literally just do it. And then for the matchups where I wanted to make a wall, a couple of Star Guardian Jackknives. I'm supposed to be running this 1 grade 1 that I actually didn't pick up until a few minutes ago. Traded for it. It's at the beginning of your Astro Beacon. At the beginning of your attack phase, you can choose a card from your hand, put it into the soul of a Neo Dragon, and then draw a card. If I'd had that, my day would have been so much easier. And that's about it.
But overall, what were your losses, and how'd you feel with your matchups?
I went 4-2. I had a blast. I lost to Jackknife. My opening hand was just horrendous. It was literally all grade 1 and 0s, and none of them were Neo Dragons. I had no Neo Dragons and no way to get to Neo Dragons. It was sad. Game 2, I had the combo, but I only had 2 extra turns, and he had shield, and he just was able to stop it, and then he killed me. My other loss was actually to Shadow Dive, which was really weird. I'd never heard of these. I'd heard of Shadow Dive, but not this kind before. he had this size 0 that was like every time.
Yeah, Gall's Demento.
Literally every time one of your death does damage, you gain a life and draw a card, and it procs itself. And he had a double attacking 3 crit monster on the center.
Geodeca.
Attacked over me, hit me for 3, drew a card, gain a life. Attacked over me, hit me for 3, drew a card, gain a life. Attacked me for 1, drew a card, gain a life. I'm like, I just took 7 to the face, and he drew 3 cards and gained 3 life. And then I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get past that. But I beat Ozzy Dahaka, the old school Ozzy Dahaka, which was funny. I actually really liked that deck. It was nice seeing it. I beat a Jack. I beat Bats. Two Bats actually. I beat 2 Bats. One is standing over there, and I looped him. The other Bats, I didn't have the loop, like either game, but I had 2 Loomis Blues on board that just got huge. Like, it was just funny. He just couldn't kill them. Every time he hit it for heat, he hit it 3 times, I gave it 3 more soul. That's about it. I had fun. I'm still waiting on the final standings. I don't think I topped, but we'll see.
All right. Thank you for your time. Hope you guys like the video. Subscribe to TeamBurningInfinitey for more Buddyfight content. We'll see you guys later.